Imagine floating above Earth. Below you is every person you have ever loved, every city, every ocean, every war, every dream, every moment in human history. And then you drift further away. At first, Earth looks beautiful. Then it starts to look small, then fragile, then almost impossible, and suddenly the feeling changes. You're not inspired anymore. You feel exposed, because around the tiny blue world, there is no wall, no ceiling, no edge, no shelter, only darkness. Not the darkness of a room, not the darkness of night, but a kind of darkness with no boundary, an emptiness so vast that the human mind struggles to hold it. And this is where space becomes psychologically disturbing, because space is not just dangerous. It is too large for us, too silent, too old, too empty. So why does the universe fill us with wonder and fear at the same time? Why can an image of a galaxy look beautiful, yet leave us feeling strangely insignificant? And why does learning more about space often make that feeling stronger? Today we are exploring why space terrifies the human mind, and by the end, you may never look at the night sky the same way again. Human beings evolved on a small, rocky planet. For most of our history, survival meant understanding things close to us, a moving shadow in the trees, the distance to the next hill, the sound of water nearby, the face of another person. Our brains became extremely good at judging human-sized things. A few meters, a few kilometers. The distance between villages, the shape of a landscape. But space does not operate on human-sized rules. Space introduces distances so extreme that they break our intuition. A light year, 1,000,000 light years, 1,000,000,000 stars, trillions of galaxies. We can say those numbers out loud. We can write them down. But we cannot truly picture them. And that matters. Because when the mind encounters something it cannot properly understand, it often responds with discomfort. The fear of space is not always the fear of danger. Sometimes it is the fear of incomprehension. The unsettling realization that reality is far larger than our minds were built to handle. The first thing space does is take away our sense of importance. Earth feels enormous to us. It has mountains, oceans, continents, storms, cities, and billions of people. Every human who has ever lived has existed on this one world. Every empire, every invention, every memory, everything we call history happened here. But compared to the sun, Earth is tiny. More than 1,000,000 Earths could fit inside our star, and even that is only the beginning. Because the sun, as powerful as it seems, is not especially large by cosmic standards. There are stars so enormous that if they were placed at the center of our solar system, their outer layers could stretch out beyond the orbit of planets. That is the first psychological shock of space. The universe does not just make Earth look small, it makes the sun look ordinary, and then it keeps going. Larger stars, larger nebulae, larger galaxies, larger clusters of galaxies. Every time we think we've reached the biggest thing our minds can handle, the universe reveals something larger again and again and again. Space is terrifying because it constantly removes the scale we thought we understood. But size alone is not what makes space disturbing. Loneliness does. Look up at the night sky and the stars seem close together. They appear like a crowded field of light. But that is an illusion. Space is mostly not stars. It is the distance between them, and the same is true on an even larger scale. Our nearest major neighboring galaxy, Andromeda, is around 2.5 million light years away. That number sounds impressive, but it is difficult to feel what it means. Imagine leaving the Milky Way, not leaving Earth, not leaving the solar system, leaving the entire galaxy. Every star you have ever seen in the night sky would be behind you. every familiar constellation, every nebula, every world, everything that looked like home. And between you and Andromeda, almost nothing. No cities, no stations, no checkpoints, no roads, no signs that say you are getting closer. Just an ocean of distance. This is one of the most unsettling truths about the universe. The galaxies we see in images look close, bright, and connected. But in reality, they are islands separated by unimaginable darkness. Human beings are social creatures. We search for patterns, we look for connection, we want the world to feel structured. But space does not offer that by default. It offers silence, distance, and indifference. And then there are places even emptier than intergalactic space. Cosmic voids. These are enormous regions of the universe where there are very few galaxies at all. Some stretch for hundreds of millions of light years. Try to imagine that. Not a dark room, not an empty street, not a desert on Earth, but a region of space so vast that entire galaxies become rare. If you could stand at the center of one of these voids and look out, the universe itself might seem almost absent. No bright, crowded sky, no nearby galaxy, no comforting structure, just a deep cosmic emptiness stretching in every direction. That is what makes voids so disturbing. They are not frightening because something monstrous is hiding inside them. They are frightening because almost nothing is there. And sometimes nothing is more terrifying than something, because nothing gives the imagination nowhere to rest. No shape, no boundary, no meaning, just absence. As unsettling as all of that sounds, the story becomes even stranger, because the universe is not standing still, it is expanding. Galaxies are moving away from one another as space itself stretches. And over enormous periods of time, some galaxies will become so distant that their light will no longer be able to reach us. That means the universe is not only vast, parts of it are slowly disappearing from view. In the far future, if intelligent life exists in an isolated galaxy, they may look into space and see a much emptier cosmos than we see today. They may not know that billions of galaxies once filled the observable universe. They may not know what was lost. To them, the night sky may seem quieter, darker, smaller. Not because the universe was always that way, but because time carried the evidence beyond reach. That idea is deeply unsettling. The universe is not becoming more connected. It is becoming more isolated. The light from distant worlds is not guaranteed to reach us forever. Some of it is already on a one-way journey into silence. But distance is not the greatest horror of space. Neither is emptiness. The true horror is time. Everything in the universe has a lifespan. Stars are born, stars burn, stars die, planets form, cool, change, and eventually fade into silence. Galaxies collide, merge, and age. Even black holes, the objects that seem almost eternal, may not last forever. The universe is not frozen, it is moving, changing, aging. And the timescales involved are so vast that human history becomes almost invisible. A human life is measured in decades. Civilizations are measured in centuries or millennia. But the universe thinks in millions, billions, trillions of years and beyond. That is where the mind begins to struggle. Because space does not only make us small in size, it makes us small in time. Everything we worry about, everything we build, everything we remember. All of it exists inside a tiny flash of cosmic history. A brief spark in a darkness that came before us and will continue long after us. Eventually, the universe may enter an age where new stars no longer form. The bright age of galaxies will fade. The great clouds of gas that once created stars will be used up or scattered. Ancient stellar remnants will drift through space. White dwarfs, neutron stars, black holes. The universe will grow darker, colder, quieter. For unimaginable lengths of time, black holes may become some of the last major structures left, and even they may slowly fade. Not in a dramatic explosion, not all at once, but gradually, patiently, over timescales so enormous that no human mind can truly comprehend them. One by one, the lights go out, until the universe becomes something completely unlike the sky we know today. No familiar constellations, no shining galaxies, no warm stars, just darkness, cold, distance, and time. This is the part of space that feels almost impossible to accept. Not that the universe is dangerous, but that even the universe changes. Even the stars are temporary. Even light has an ending. At first, this can sound depressing, but I do not think it is. In fact, I think this is where space becomes most meaningful. Because despite all of this vastness, despite the darkness, despite the silence, despite time stretching so far beyond us, and here we are, a species living on a small rocky planet around an ordinary star, a species made from the same universe it is trying to understand. We build telescopes, we send spacecraft into the dark. We study galaxies whose light began traveling before humans existed. We look at the stars and ask what it all means. And maybe that is why space terrifies us. Not because it is evil, not because it is trying to harm us, but because it forces us to confront something bigger than ourselves. It reminds us that we are small, but it also reminds us that being small does not mean being meaningless. Because for one brief moment in eternity, the universe gave rise to minds capable of witnessing it, minds capable of wonder, fear, curiosity, and understanding. The universe may be vast, it may be lonely, it may even be frightening, but the fact that we are here at all, able to look up, able to question it, able to feel awe in the face of darkness, may be the most extraordinary thing in the cosmos. If you enjoyed this journey through the cosmos, let me know in the comments. What part of space do you find most unsettling? The scale, the emptiness, the loneliness, or the passage of time? If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and join us for more explorations of the universe here on The Cosmic Perspective. Until next time, keep looking up.